news, but I got some news. Yeah, I'm back. I was gone for a sec, now I'm back. On a unwanted vacation where I was at. Time to get the thoughts right back in my head. Bearer of bad news, yeah, I'm back. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I got some news, yeah, I'm back. First day out, all I needed pad and something to write with. Going out, now I'm in the booth and I'm going in. Feel some type of way, well I tell you now I feel the same. Ain't nobody give me a pop, man, to piss in. Mama never held my hand, running around wildin'. Glenn, that's what the older Zoes call me. My god brother KG, blacker than any African, but he's smoother than any criminal that I ever seen. Y'all already know who my right hand man is, Mr. Teflon. Any living little Pakistan, man, I missed my man while I was gone in the can. All I had time to do, man, was sit back and think, reconstruct my brain. Now I'm ready to get back in the paint. Double dribble, turnover. Now I'm playing defense. Hardcore in the water is more like single swim. The way that I'm smoking, call it the ocean twins.
KWIK Daily Devotion. Change thoughts, change life. Ain't it? Change thoughts, change life. The bond of seeking God together is such a strong thing and runs so deep. Who knows how many lifetimes we have been on this journey together? Like, for real, for real. How many lifetimes have we been on this journey together to become one? Seeking God, trying to live a life of Dharma, a life of, like, gratitude, trying to help others, like, never let that go. That Dharma of necessarily trying to help others, never, ever, ever, ever let that go. No matter how many times somebody tries you, no matter how many times somebody has broken your heart, never, ever, ever let that go. Because it's the power source. That's why they say treat people that, hurt you with kindness. There's power in that. Like, y'all gotta understand. Like, the Bible tells you how to break curses, bruh. Like, natural curses. And what I recognize of myself is I've been serving as a minister for many, many years, good or bad. Well, the fine of meditation dissolves all dualities in the consciousness of ever joyous spirit. Like, the fine of meditation. You know what the fire of meditation is? Is the fire. The fire, dog. Like the fire. The fire of meditation dissolves all dualities in the consciousness of ever joyous spirit. Positive thinking is one of the core principles, the importance of strong, courageous mind. It's like positive thinking is that tool. It's the core principle to build that strong, courageous mind. If you were to think of someone to be heroic, right? Like, who would you think to be for heroic right now in your life? Like, who is heroic to you in your life? For me, currently, it's myself. Like, not that, bruh, I'm nowhere near conceited, so, like, if you thinking that, you got the wrong one, bruh. Like, you got the wrong one. But the most heroic person in my life right now is myself. Because, honestly, I don't understand how I'm on fire like this, pushing like this, thugging like this, when I'm supposed to be in the most ugliest situation. Man, I'm on fire right now. I'm on top of the world, bro. I don't even see nothing that has to do with hell, bro. It's like when I come around, hell moves around, if that makes sense. When I come around, hell moves around. So if you were to think of someone to be heroic, it's not necessarily that they are attaining these fantastic mashings of success. It's not that at all. Nothing like that at all. But often these folks, right, even in the darkness of the storm, the eye, right? I'm from Florida, so we have hurricanes all the time. So in the darkness of the storm, the eye, they have the capacity. They have that capacity. It seems to be strong to persevere mentally. And that's why I say, like, for me right now, I'm the most heroic person in my life. To always have that optimistic outlook, to express the qualities of hope, faith, and courage, and love to others, right? And encouragement to others. For someone like that, that's not hard for us to admire them. It's not hard for us to admire somebody like that. Perhaps positive thinking is a spiritual muscle every one of us have. It is a spiritual muscle every one of us have. Because it's a quality of the soul. It's a quality of the soul. Any muscle, right? Any muscle, if you haven't been using it, will altify, weaken. Some folk, go through like, let's say, working, like some folk, they go through looking like pessimistically at things, like pessimistically at things like, let me see, they look pessimistically at things, so it causes them to suffer by doing that. You get what I'm saying? But the beautiful thing about positive thinking, there is a beauty in positive thinking. There's such a beauty. No matter where you are on the spectrum, no matter where you are, if you start trying and exercising that muscle, you gotta exercise that muscle, get it off the muscle, you hear me? The more you do so, the better you get at it. Duh, right? But no, for real, the more you do so, the better you get at it. Just like anything else. Just like anything else. Because it's a quality we have inherently. Inherently, right? It's like, how you say a silver spoon person or a child, man, they inherit that. Well, listen up. We have this too, inheritance within us as the soul. Whoosh. They're coming right that soul train. So change your thoughts. Like, for real, y'all, let's change our thoughts. Let's just change our thoughts. If you wish to change your circumstances. So, if you want to change your circumstances, your current circumstances, you don't like it, honestly, it is as easy as changing your thoughts. Since you alone are responsible for your thoughts, this is something I tell my daughter all the time. She's a hothead like me, like she can be stubborn, you know what I mean? And being stubborn is not a bad thing, but it depends about what you're being stubborn on and how long you be stubborn about it. So when I say this, if you want to change your circumstances, you gotta, like, let me put it like this. If you want to make a wish to change your circumstances, to imply that wish, start to change your thoughts. Because, like I said, only you and you alone are responsible for your thoughts. And only you and you alone could change them. And you will, you will. I can guarantee you will want to change them when you realize each thought creates to its own nature. Like, you will want to change them when you learn that your thoughts are creating everything that's going on around you. You're gonna want to fix that real quick. So remember that the law works at all times. The law works at all times. The law works at all times. And you are always demonstrating according to the kind of thoughts you are thinking and entertaining. Like, you really like entertaining that thought that really doesn't make you feel good? Like, are you really that stuck that you don't know how to shift your thought that doesn't make you feel good to something that makes you feel better? Like, are we really that far, down, guys? And sometimes we are. It's okay. I'm not saying that, we don't get there. I get there too, but are we really that far down? When I get there, it's like, okay, I throw myself a pity party for maybe 10 minutes, bro. I give myself a 10-minute amazing pity party. Because you got to throw a pity party, dog. Sometimes you got to just throw a pity party, dog. It feel good, just throw that pity party. But then at the end of the day, how long you gonna stay down on? Like, get up, man. We gotta go to the next play. Therefore, start now. Like, literally, start now to think only those thoughts that will bring you health and happiness. Like, what's something that will bring you health and happiness? Like me, I like to think about money. Like, I'm from the streets. I like to think about money. Like, money make me calm, yeah. Like, I like to think about money. It makes me happy. Whenever I'm in those pits, I start thinking about money. Like, even if like I don't have $1, I just start thinking about, oh my, wouldn't it be wonderful to win the Powerball? Like, that would be so cool. Like, I start amping myself up like that. You gotta know how to shift yourself. And that's what I'm saying. Like, do we really not know how to shift ourselves? See, even in my darkest moments of pain, I've never wanted to die. I've always wanted to, like, honestly, make it work. Like, I've always wanted to make it work. Like, the things that I'm passionate about, I've always wanted to make work. Being a kingdom man, you know what I'm saying? An entertainer, you know what I'm saying? Honestly, those are pretty much the two things that I've always just wanted to make work, to be real with you. But those two things, I'll be real with you. Those two things, like, must be the way I've, like, beat death so many times. Like, those two things have kept me alive. Like, you know, honestly pursuing towards my family, honestly trying to become that kingdom husband for my, like, first and foremost for myself, but for my wife. Because I know in her imagination, that's how she's grooming me. So it's like, I can't even fight it if I wanted to fight it, because she's using her strength and her power to do so. So it's like the universe is necessarily directing me like that. It's like, honestly, going in your bag and it's like, man, how did this get here? And it's like, bruh, you know what I mean? Here's your script, like, straight up, you gonna have to run it. So I say that because I have beat death, like, several times. And honestly, clinging to that positive attitude has got me out of, like, death. We all have our shares at times where we get overwhelmed, right? When for us, life is very difficult. Life can be very difficult in thought. Just in thought. I mean, we could deal with labor, bro. Like, tell me I'm lying right now. Like, we could deal with labor. Like, we could deal with, man, doing a workout that could make us throw up. But sometimes life can be so difficult in thought that it makes you want to explode. Like, let's just be real, cuz. So what you have to do, that's very, very important at these times, is cling. Cling to what? Cling to the inner attitude of the mind. We must cling to the inner attitude of the mind. Like, let's do so, dog. Like, let's turn up, dog. Like, if you from my city, dog, I'm from the Napa City, dog, David, Florida, you know, Fort Myers, little Pakistan. If you from my city, dog, let's stand up, dog. Let's change our process of thinking. Let's turn this city around, dog. Let's, you know, promote each other. Let's motivate each other. You know what I mean? Let's support each other, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's not shoot bullets at each other in a sense of being musicians or being actors or being teachers or anything like that, dog. I mean, if a nigga kill your brother, you know what I'm saying? I understand. And nigga gotta get it too. Like, I'm gonna sit here and be 1,000 with y'all. Like, you know what I mean? I'm gonna be 1,000. I'm a thugger. Like, man, my guidelines and my rules are different than, like, a lot of people. You understand? Like, it's like David, man. David was a thugger for the Lord. You know what I'm saying? He had dirty hands. He had blood on his hands. You feel me? But God still chose David to be his son. You are my begotten son, huh? You know what I'm saying? So we have to really tune in. Let's tune in. Let's turn this city up. Like, that we have so much life. We have so much character. We have so much charisma. But it first starts with us, dog. We have to start supporting each other. Little things such as hitting the like button, hitting subscribe, hitting the bell, hitting comments, putting love comments in the comments. You know what I'm saying? You know, supporting each other on social media. I mean, don't just scroll down somebody's page and just, you know, look at their story or look at this and that and not necessarily let them know. Show them some love. Just send some love. I promise to you this, that whatever you put out is what you get. So like if you think about, man, I like that, and you don't hit like, okay, so think about it. That's what you're gonna get back in life too. You feel me? So smell me on what I'm saying, feel me on what I'm saying, and get some drip on what I'm saying. Cause really, this is the way. It is key. Pay attention, baby. I'm gonna keep thugging for the spirit, you heard?